Ghanatube so it was your former for snowy masan so atenasibium made some ahodo etwegum the four corners of Ghana bro na interpersonal senior matnas no mede beka kotie ensem bia ekoso ewo omani na eba na busan format so ediamamo.
I want to crave your indulgence to also draw your attention to a matter that came up after you left. Mr. Speaker, after you left, the LGBTQ bill was advertised, and the following day it was immediately taken out of the order paper. And I mentioned to this House that, truth be told, you had seen the adverts but said there were a few issues that needed to be resolved before a decision can be taken as to what to do. Because I took a position that, so far as I recollect, in the last Parliament, we passed the LGBTQ bill, and my understanding was that it was transmitted to the presidency. Later, we saw communication from the presidency threatening us to cease and desist, attempting to transmit the bill to the then president for his assent. I did not know whether or not the presidency was in receipt of the bill. So I took a position that this House had passed the bill, but we should wait till you return so that you can give us some direction as to how to treat this bill. I want to place on record that the government of President John Dramani Mahama and the government led by President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC are very, very ready to take this bill. We are ready to assent to it. We are ready to take it in this House. But Mr. Speaker, in view of the thorny legal issues that I raised, we're waiting for you to come. We're waiting for you to come and give some direction so that we will know how to proceed, whether we should have the bill relayed and taken through all the various stages of consideration, or treated as having been passed and transmitted. So, Mr. Speaker, we made that public. That is why I'm raising it. We made that public. It was discussed in this chamber that when you resume, we'll draw your attention so that you give us some direction as to how to proceed. Mr. Speaker, those two are the issues that I wanted to bring to your attention and to get some direction from you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, with regard to the bill, as you know, the 8th Parliament is history. So are all the businesses that were pending in the 8th Parliament. They all ended with the 8th Parliament. And so we have a new Parliament, the 9th Parliament. And therefore, what was pending there came to an end and had to be reintroduced. And so it was reintroduced. In spite of the challenges I had with the former president, it was actually transmitted to the former president. They wrote to tell us that they will not assent to it. The only constitutional error they committed was they didn't give us the reasons why they will not assent to it, and they did not also transmit the bill back to us. They imprisoned it there, and so we didn't get the bill back. So the 9th Parliament, on resumption, took back the bill, and as you recall, that's a private member's bill. And so members of this House took it up They've gone through the whole process as detailed out in our standing orders. But as it went through the process, the new government indicated that they wanted to take it as a public bill. I personally disagreed. I made it known to His Excellency the President that this is an initiative of our people, the traditional leaders, the religious leaders, civil society leaders. Ghanaians wanted this bill passed through private members' bill. And so be it. We'll process it as private members' bill. Now, the processes had finished, and as you know, it has to come back to the Speaker. You know, our rules have given what the Speaker is expected to do, which I will do before it can be laid in the House. That was not done. And so when it was put on the order paper, I queried it because you haven't heard from me according to the standing order. So that will be done before it's laid before the House. But because a lot of work has already been done, we think that it's going to have smooth process in the House because both sides of the House now support it, and His Excellency the President has given indication that he's ready and willing at any time that is passed by the House to assent to it. So please hold your peace. It will come sooner than later. Civil society is getting restless again, but I want to assure them that they know my passion in this matter, and I want to get it properly passed so that implementation becomes easier. There are a few things that our attention has been drawn to, which we'll work on together here, so that when we pass the bill, it's a bill that is accepted by all, and we will definitely obey the prescriptions of the bill. So we proceed from here. Yes.
Speaker, with respect, the Speaker, thank you for always bringing to light important matters. But Mr. Speaker, just by way of clarity, you indicated that there are some problems that have been identified with the bill that was passed by the 8th Parliament. In other words, the attention of Mr. Speaker has been drawn to some few things. Mr. Speaker, we will be happy that at the appropriate time, some of these issues are shared with us, Mr. Speaker, because for us, this is a very important matter, and I'm happy that you have brought it to a peaceful rest, considering the unyielding posture our friends opposite me took on this matter, even where we were proposing some amendment for safe landing and we had discussions. They never supported it. And in a hot afternoon, they decided to hang us with that bill, and they were partisanly political with it. So if today, as Mr. Speaker has put it, they themselves have realized that the bill they passed was problematic, and they would want to, yes, that their attention, if today they have seen that the attention has been drawn to some excesses in the bill, however too late in the day, it is good that they themselves have come to that realization. But Mr. Speaker, We wait patiently for that day. We wait patiently for that day. But Mr. Speaker, our friends must know that sometimes when they place a rat poison on another man's tank, it will not take too long for they themselves to taste that rat poison. We are patiently waiting for this LGBT bill. We are patiently waiting for the corrected version.
Because that one was bad one. The previous one was a bad one.
Mr. Speaker, I speak no more.
Honorable Minority Leader, don't read different meaning into what I said. Just wait. You know, Mr. Speaker is very open. So whatever it is, I'll let you know. But there's no corrected version or this and that. No. It may be an improvement, but that doesn't mean a corrected version. I think enough is enough.
Mr. Speaker, I would have preferred their old version.
Resume your seat.
Mr. Speaker, their old version.
Resume your seat. Yes, Honourable Member.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity to point out a few inaccuracies in the presentation that was made by the Honourable Minority Leader. Mr. Speaker, you have always led, and it has already been celebrated by the Majority Leader and other colleagues on the floor, with maturity. And Mr. Speaker, your views and your guidance has never been construed or misconstrued to be the views of any group in this House. So I am therefore surprised that, Mr. Speaker, as you guide on this matter, the Honourable Minority Leader is making it seem as if you are speaking the position of the majority in the House, and you are speaking the position of those who sponsored the earlier bill. Mr. Speaker, I was part of those who sponsored that bill. And Mr. Speaker, as far as we are concerned, we passed that bill in the state that we did, at the time that we did, guided by good conscience. And we were hopeful that the then president would have signed it. Mr. Speaker, I will not go over the issues that happened then. But if it has become necessary for this House to reconsider it, I take solace in the assurance of the Majority Leader that we stand in readiness to support the process of enacting a law that will make the practice intolerable and unacceptable in this House. And we are not shaking from that responsibility. We are not moving from that position that we took earlier. If they have changed their position, I would have wished that they would do so with their former president. But even if they are unable to, we welcome them on board, because this is a cause for Ghana. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, I'm happy that our brothers from Uganda are here, because they are ahead of us already on this matter. And so they will share with you their experiences too. They have already passed an act on it. They are implementing it. They've hosted twice 2 conferences on this subject matter. And they are calling on other countries, particularly Ghana, to host the next conference. And so they will share their experiences with you and maybe convince you to host it for other African countries to emulate the good examples that we are setting. Yes, Honourable Member.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I just want to respectfully observe that I listened to you very carefully when you were giving the guidance. Mr. Speaker, because the matter that was dealt with in this House in your absence, which the Majority Leader invited you to clarify, was a matter of great concern to me. Mr. Speaker, and I was very eager to pick your direction and guidance on the matter. Mr. Speaker, you resolved 2 matters, as I understood it. The first one, Mr. Speaker, you resolved the matter of whether or not the bill is pending which therefore can be assented to by the president. And Mr. Speaker, you guided, you gave the direction that the 8th Parliament dissolve with all its uncompleted acts. And therefore, the bill which was passed in this House died with the 8th Parliament, no longer exists. Mr. Speaker, quite clearly, that position is in consonance with the position taken by the minority leader and this side of the House. And with the greatest respect to the majority leader, I'm sure the majority leader himself will concede that the position he articulated or submitted in respect of that particular matter is at variance with the guidance the Speaker rightly gave. Then the second one, Mr. Speaker, which is what the Honorable Suini spoke to. Mr. Speaker, you said there have been certain proposals to make the bill better, and which is what the minority leader pointed out, that if you have realized that the bill that was passed by the 8th Parliament was not fit for purpose, and therefore, Mr. Speaker, and therefore you have found it necessary. Mr. Speaker did not give specifics as to what are the specific proposals or variations to make the bill better. But the point the minority leader made is that there seems to be a certain concession that the bill that was passed by the 8th Parliament was not fit for purpose, and therefore it has been revised for this 9th Parliament to consider it. So, Speaker, it will be very interesting for us to find out what are the specific areas which have been revised. Because, for example, Mr. Speaker, one of the contentious issues which came up in respect of that particular bill was the issue of human rights. Let me conclude.
Honourable Member, we are not debating the bill. Now you are going into contents. You are now not talking, referring to what I said or what he said, but you are not going into contents. But we are not discussing or debating any provision of the bill. And you still don't know what I meant by the statements. So please, I assure you that when we get there, being an open speaker, I will let you know what it is.
Mr. Speaker, I'm guided. But let me just conclude, Speaker, by saying that let them bring the bill as it was and as was passed by the 8th Parliament in the same form and shape. Don't change it. Mr. Speaker, don't water it down. What the Ghanaian people want is to have a law which promotes good sexual conduct in Ghana and which prevents LGBTQ. Don't go and change the 8th Parliament bill. Don't go and water it down. Don't go and revise it and bring it to the 9th Parliament and have the President assent to it, assent to a bill which is not fit for purpose. We want the 8th Parliament bill for the 9th Parliament to consider. Verbatim, don't change it. That's the point. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Please. Honourable member, what we are talking about is not a bill coming from the majority side. What we are talking about is a private member's bill co-sponsored by both sides of the House. Even in the 8th Parliament, it was co-sponsored by both sides of the House. It was not from one side. It is still the same co-sponsorship of both sides of the House. You have not seen the contents, and that's why I said you hold your peace. When we get there, you get to know what I refer to. Please, but I know that this is the highest political or partisan platform of any democratic country. And so you can keep on chipping at it with your political game. But the truth will remain the truth. Nothing can happen to it. So please wait until I inform you about the situation, then we can take it on and debate.
Yakagotie and Semno about for comment, a hookime, a comment section, a measure I can kindly na Ediamon. Answer na message mo se me ka mo se aha Ghanatube so nsem bi a ekoso ewo online no onsa ebeka subscribe na hit notification bell no for quick updates see ade makawo